Let me start by saying this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's the foundation under every breakthrough, every rise, every victory you've ever heard about. But here's the catch. Most people fear failure like it's the end of the road. They treat it like a stop sign when it's actually a green light. Failure is not a wall. It's a stepping stone. And the difference between those who succeed and those who quit, it's what they do with their failures. In 2025, the world moves fast, and the pressure to be perfect feels heavier than ever. Social media, instant feedback, endless comparisons, all of it can make failure seem like something to hide, avoid, or be ashamed of. But what if I told you that the greatest leaders, creators, and innovators of our time didn't just fail, they fell hard, and then used that very pain to fuel their climb? Failure is not a badge of shame. It's a badge of honor. It means you dared, you tried, you showed up. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has a story of failure. The entrepreneur who lost everything before building an empire. The athlete who missed every shot before winning the championship. The artist whose work was rejected before it changed the world. Failure isn't a dead end. It's a detour, a chance to pause, reflect, and come back stronger. It's raw feedback from the universe telling you, here's what doesn't work. Now figure out what does. So how do we turn failure into fuel? First, you must reframe your relationship with failure. Stop thinking, I failed, so I'm broken. Instead say, I failed, so I'm learning. Failure is data. It's information. It's a roadmap showing you what to fix, what to improve, where to pivot. When you embrace failure as feedback, it stops being a threat and starts being your greatest teacher. Next, you have to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about how quickly you get back up and keep moving forward. And here's the secret. Resilience is a skill you can build. It's built through small wins, through practice, through changing your mindset from why me to try me. When failure hits, and it will, don't run away. Face it, learn from it. Use it as fuel to push harder, train smarter, and reach higher. Another critical part of this transformation is taking responsibility. When you fail, don't look for excuses or blame others. Own your part. That ownership gives you power. It means you control the narrative. You control what happens next. Victims stay stuck. Owners move mountains. Decide today that you are the owner of your journey, and don't forget the power of reflection. After a failure, take time to pause and analyze. What went wrong? What did you learn? What can you do differently next time? Write it down. Make a plan. Action is the antidote to despair. The more intentional your response to failure, the faster you turn it into fuel. Here's another thing. Failure builds character. It humbles you. It sharpens your focus. It forces you to innovate. When you get knocked down, you're given a choice. Become bitter or become better. Choose to become better. Let failure strip away what's holding you back. Fear, doubt, comfort zones, and let it rebuild you stronger, wiser, and more determined. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your failures as much as your wins. Find mentors, friends, or communities that see failure as a natural part of growth. When you know you have support, failure stops feeling isolating and starts feeling like a shared journey. Now, think about this. What's the worst that can happen if you fail? In most cases, it's not as bad as you imagine. Fear of failure is often worse than failure itself. So lean into discomfort. Let the fear come, and then act anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. Remember, your future is not determined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you stand back up. Every time you turn failure into fuel, you're building momentum. Momentum that carries you through obstacles, doubt, and setbacks. Momentum that eventually leads to breakthroughs. So right now, I want you to make a decision. Decide that failure will no longer be your enemy. Decide that every setback will be your setup for a comeback. Say it out loud. I am not defined by my failures. I am powered by them. Let that truth sink in, because it will change your life. This journey isn't easy. It's messy. It's unpredictable, but it's yours. And when you harness the power of failure, you unlock something unstoppable within yourself. A fire that won't quit, a spirit that won't break, and a mind that's always growing. Go out there and fail forward. Fail fast, fail smart, but never fail to rise. because your greatest success is waiting on the other side of your next failure.